Ah, I see. We're live. All right. Well, I'm just gonna sit around for a sec and wait for some folks to come in. Oh, hey, look, there's already a couple people. Emma Memer and Reuniclus X, and we got Lenny. Yeah, it's Picross Day. Hey there, take TKB. Here, I'm gonna switch inputs over on my side so I can get a nice big screen look at the Switch because I've got it docked right now. Okay. Let's see. Click on that. So we're gonna lose video and audio for just a second. Oh, for real? Is it just coming through one channel? Let me fix that. That is because I loaded in the wrong... I'm trying to use a vocal compressor today, but I loaded in the wrong plugin. Let me fix that real quick. Alright. VST Fab Pro C. Let's see, did that load the right one in? Now I can't even tell. Is it still just one side? Because I'm still seeing the mono filter. So I don't have a lot of confidence that worked. Oh, you know what? I connected. I was hooked up to the wrong thing. There we go. Pulled that off, and we should be mixing both these channels down. But now, let's try putting that compressor back on. Hey there, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We're just doing a little bit of maintenance on our audio here. I wanted to try a compressor. And now I can't find my VST at all. It's on the wrong screen. There we go. Let's see. Are we still getting... is my voice still just coming in one side? I sure hope not. Yeah, let's get this nice little... It's called Pro VoiceOver. I've never used this filter, but why not? All right, good. It's fixed, and it's hopefully we've got a nice compressor in the mix now. So you know, on the rare occasion I get loud, we won't clip so hard. We won't peak out. That's the hope, anyway. I don't know if it sounds any different to you guys. I just wanted something simple. At some point, I want to see if I can find like a dynamics processing plugin, but you know. Hand the game audio more to the other. Yeah, okay. You're talking about the sidechain thing, and you see, I just learned what a sidechain was, like 5 minutes ago. I know surprisingly little about audio for a guy that's been recording his own voice for 15 years, but that's just how it is. Okay. You can really feel the Tomar bass. Hey, as long as it's not bothersome, that's all I care about. Thank you so much. By the way, I gotta do some thanks. Dylan gifted a sub. Thank you for doing that. And Gulfangman resub said, hope everyone's having a good evening. Friday tomorrow. Yes, that is exciting. And Rocket Coyote, thank you very much for resubscribing. And they say, cool, Tommy. That's what I got out of that. All right. You're saying You're saying, all right, L6K. I'm open to try that, but probably not for today's stream. I have no idea how that's gonna sound to have my audio in one ear, and because I don't know what kind of devices people then listen to. I guess they'd probably all be stereo enabled, yeah, but we'll give it a shot. See, is there an easy way in this mixer to even? It's like I could. There isn't really like an obvious like left-right fader thing built into. All right, I'm not gonna worry about audio. Let's play some games. Let's all chill. By the way, wow. Thank you for that, Tyler, for the 1,000 bits. Thank you for feeding the Tomar Cross hype train, and oh my gosh, and for the other 400 bits. Oh. And Rocket Coyote, thank you for the bits, for the 200 bits, and Plains of Passion, thank you for subbing, and Mecha Goober, thank you for resubscribing. I was only fibbing last week. You're my favorite Tomar, they say. Tomar Ray is a close second. Oh, okay. I'm glad I am better than a random like alternate universe Green Lantern, or alternate planet Green Lantern at least. I don't know. I don't know enough about Green Lantern to know anything about Tomar Ray other than he's a Green Lantern with like a beak. And I would love to play Tomar Ray in some incarnation of the Green Lantern someday. Oh, hey there, Zone. Is this where I can make my purchase at the official Tomart store? As a matter of fact, it's not, but they're literally 2 doors down the hall. That's just a lucky coincidence. Oh, and Harvey. Thank you, Harvey, for the 200 bits. I missed that one. Alright, look what we've got here. We've got Big Bright, Picross, and you know what? I haven't gotten that far in this one, so I'm just gonna pick up where I have personally left off. And of course we're playing no assist, because why would we need an assist? And this is an 8-1, so I'm pretty sure there's only one config this can have. And we're off. Has anyone here never played Picross? Because you should get the gist of it real quickly if you haven't. And oh, it's Tyler says, Tomar definitely manipulating his audience and purposely moving into the same building as the Tomart to confuse people and make them feel bad. He feeds off it. How did you know? You guys are reading me like a book today. Tomar, have you seen the new Oni video? Chris mentioned you and he said you're an acidic Jew. What does that mean? I assume that's, yeah, that would be a joke. Okay. But no, I've never been a Hasidic Jew. Or an acidic Jew. See, there's a 6, so we know at least these 2 center pieces have to be intersected. And here's a 7. We can make a similar supposition that at least these ones are all going to be active. Because see, it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if it were the furthest to the right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if it were the furthest from the left. This is my... I'm sure you guys have played these puzzles. But basically, all the things on the side are telling you the way in which groups are blocked. Like, for example, I could conclude that, like, since this only has 1 run of 3, that, like, the furthest this could extend in either direction is those 2. So any of these is possible. See? Alright. Let's see. But we don't have to talk too much about the game itself. Yeah, I'd love to try some Picross 3D on this. I don't have any... I guess I could probably emulate a 3DS by this point. I haven't looked into that, but That would be fun. Or maybe it requires like a... you could simulate a touchscreen with a mouse. I'm not worried about that. Or even a pad. You like a drawing pad. Hey there, Sonny. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for dropping by. And of course, obviously to you too, Zone. See, Tomar wants you to think he's playing a game, but I actually bullied him into doing my math homework. I figured this would be just like a real chill game to do where there's like no pressure to like move on and we'll just have a fun little chat going. You know what? I'm just gonna close this door. That's gonna take me like all of 2 seconds, but I'm gonna be off mic for just a sec. And you know what? I'm gonna go off mic again and close these dang windows so I can get some privacy. BRB. Hey, that wasn't so bad, right? Alright. Didn't want to make you wait. See, emulating games is against the law, Tomar. Is it, though? I don't know if emulating games in itself is against the law. Just distributing copyrighted game ROMs might be against the law. I think that's what's against the law. People worked hard to make that game. It's like watching a Linkara video with that pesky ad. You said it, not me. Chat, what's your favorite liquor? Oh, Picross S says, chat, what's your favorite liquor? They love rye whiskeys. I like Japanese whiskeys. And that may be my favorite kind of liquor. With it's the only kind of liquor I care about much. Otherwise, I'm a vodka man. Let's see, is this a map to one of the Tomar Emeralds? Yes, obviously. Oh, thank you for the $1 donation, AdminCraft fan. I can only imagine that you're an AdminCraft fan. They say, hi, Tomar. I found you when I was like 12 from the Jacksamoto channel with AdminCraft. It was pretty cool. Started watching Oni Plays and thought, isn't that the guy from AdminCraft fame? Pretty cool. Hey, I'm glad that you used to watch Jacksamoto stuff. Yeah, for the people here that don't know, Jaxie and I used to actually have an animation channel on YouTube, and like looking back on it, like AdminCraft was one of the few things I really liked doing because it was this balance between riding trends and like actually doing something that meant something to me because it was about my actual Minecraft server and just adventures that we had through interactions with our server members. Like I feel like a lot of the stuff we did where it's just like, there's a new popular game, let's make a cartoon about it, was like that was ultimately what I think killed the channel for us. Oh, what kind of Japanese whiskeys, asks Reuniclus X. I'm a big particular fan of Yamazaki, but like there's a Yamazaki, I want to say it was like a 12-year, and it's like one of my favorite whiskeys I've ever tried. But there's that like some of that nicely aged Hibiki stuff's really good too. It's like the like high-end Suntory stuff. I think it's called Hibiki. Anyway, I'm not gonna act like some kind of connoisseur. I know I like drinks to be like smooth and not make my head feel like it's exploding. Do you still find time to play games with Jaxie occasionally? Asks Swaying Palm. As a matter of fact, I do. We stayed up all night playing something just the other day, and I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh yeah, it was the Kingdom 2 Crowns. That is a really fun game to just chill on the couch for hours and play with someone you love, or just someone you get along with. But yeah, has anyone ever played, not Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom 2, you're messing with me, Bay Sam, aren't you? Yeah, Kingdom 2 Crowns, I think is the name of, it's that game Kingdom. It's like a pixely game, and like you all you can literally do is ride around on a horse and drop coins, but you build up your base, and like it's like a tower defense type game. But they introduced like 2-player features in Two Crowns, whatever the hell it's called. Thank you for subscribing, TKB. Shady Salesman asks, how's your day been? It's been actually really good, really productive. Today I definitely spent my entire afternoon on Ritalin, and I got a lot done. And there's probably still some, I don't think the effects have fully worn off. So I feel like I'm just very zoned in. Yeah, Kingdom 2 Crowns. It's the pixel one with the physical coins and such. Okay, Tyler. Not Kingdom Come Deliverance. No. You guys are all pretending to mishear what I've said. I see people saying things like Kingdom Come over and over again, and Kingdom Hearts 6/3, a fragmentary memory, and I'll not be gaslit this day. Whoa! Thank you, Ghoulfang Man. Wow, Ghoulfang Man just gifted out 5 subs to 5 lucky listeners, including Zone Sama. So, and L6K, since you're chatting, can I ask how you met and joined Oni Plays? Well, L6, I've known Chris and Zach for I think a lot longer than Oni Plays has existed. I feel like I met both of them somewhere in the neighborhood of like 2010, maybe 11 at the latest. But yeah, just, I don't know, met them through Newgrounds and like met them in person probably at like a Pico Day in that, like in 2010, I want to say, which was the same, yeah. And I'm almost certain they were there at Pico Day 2010, maybe even 2009. I'm not 100% sure. But, yeah, I don't know. We've just known each other. And then, one time, Chris moved out here. And then there was like a time he asked me to come by. He was living in an apartment at the time. And we did like a God of War episode. And I felt really self-conscious about being on a stream. I'd never done anything, or it wasn't even a stream, it was a Let's Play, and now we're doing actual streaming. But yeah, I had convinced myself that I was not cut out for this sort of stuff a long time ago, because I had tried streaming, I tried recording like podcast stuff, and I just I felt like I had no chemistry, none of that, what it took to be on your toes. And I've come to realize that it's all about style. It's all about not trying to be someone else, someone you're not, and just rolling with it. And once I realized I could just be myself on these things, I don't know, I started liking them. Let's see, did you meet Chris when he was mugging you in an alleyway? Yes, Dylan. That's what I meant to say. Sorry. Totally told the wrong story about Pico Day and stuff. It was, he mugged me, and then I was like, oh, hey, you want to make Let's Plays together? Let's see, what is the worst crime you witnessed at Pico Day? No names. What's the worst crime? I probably have witnessed crimes at Pico Day. Definitely illegal drug use. Definitely petty theft. I think that's about it. Let's say petty theft. I don't know if I've seen anything that would count as assault or battery. I probably have and just blocked it out, though. It was Pico Day. So yeah, that's the best answer I've got. Let's see, you've got oodles of chemistry, Tomar. You're a very likable guy. I appreciate that, Dylan. That's very sweet of you to say. I remember when Tomar was just making adult toys in a factory. He says, shut up, Wave. How far you've come. I really do. The truth about that story is I embellish it. That really was one of the first jobs where I went to a workplace and did stuff, but I only did it 1 or 2 days. It was while I was on a summer vacation trip in early high school, or it was right before I started high school, one of the two. But yeah, it really was my friend's dad's factory, and we worked there a couple days and made some extra cash. It wasn't a real this is a job you're clocking in for the next few weeks, but it just sounds good to be oh yeah, my first job was in a wacky sex toy factory. So there is truth to it. But the embellishment is that it wasn't like, it was not a career. It was not like a day-to-day job. It was like, you know, a way to make a little side money as a kid. Let's see. What would you do if you found out you were a nun in an alternate universe who says "suck my crucifix" on a daily basis? Well, Carnera Mythos, I suppose I'd just accept that was a reality, and move on and keep being me, who's not a nun. I know that's a reference to Mother Justice. Was it Mother Justice 2? I can't remember. I feel like it might have been a sequel. Mother Justice something. Mother Justice. You either got it or you don't. Unfortunately, Tomar's got a lot of it. Says I can't smell. Again, very sweet. I appreciate the support. I was not fishing for compliments when I said that. I was just like, I do have a lot more confidence now. Obviously, I really used to not, especially when it came to, you know, live stuff like this. Like, I never thought I'd be doing this. I told people a million times, like, yeah, streaming, I don't know. I don't think that's ever gonna be for me. And now here I've been doing it for, I don't know, we're going on 2 months or something now. It's not that that's a terribly long time, but it's a lot longer than I would have thought when I started. Swaying Palm, to be honest, I had no idea who anyone on Oni Plays was. Now you're all my favorite humans. Oh, well, I'm glad you found something cool that you like. And here I'm never going to get to play in the game, but that's okay. Look, it's just sitting there waiting for us. TKB won the 1. Thank you for the bits. Let's see, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? Great stream, by the way. My favorite ice cream flavor, it's probably going to be a Ben & Jerry's. I want to say Chubby Hubby. Yeah, let's go with Chubby Hubby. That's the one that's got like chocolate covered pretzels in it. Like my purest like form of pleasure is like desserts that have a lot of sugar and like something salty in them. And pretzels are also one of my favorite snack foods. So like pretzels in ice cream is like, I think there's also like, they have like a Netflix and chilled or something like that, which also has pretzels in it, and that one's pretty good. And then they used to have one called like Midnight Snack. I don't know if they made anymore, that had like chocolate covered potato chips in it. That was also really, really tasty. But yeah, that's the pattern of ice cream that I like. Let's see. Just grab a high schooler and throw them on the assembly line. Say on the sex toys, man. All right. Yeah, we're going back to that conversation. See, I'm getting way behind. I'm going to just keep scanning through the highlighted messages to get caught up. Because what else can you do? Code McCann, thank you for the 100 bits. And he says, or they say, "Oi, Tomar." And I say back, "Oi." Are you excited for Valve's new handheld gaming system? This is the first I'm hearing of it, Spaghetti Shaman. Is that going to be like an x86 based little handheld PC that just runs Steam? That's just my first guess. Would you say being part of Oni Plays and other similar groups has hindered or helped your voice acting career? Asks Shady Salesman. I'd like to, I don't think it's helped my voice acting career. I mean, it's probably gotten me some recognition for like maybe 1 or 2 indie games or whatever down the line. I'd like to believe it hasn't hindered it. If it has, it's done so silently where people are like, "Oh, well, I was going to cast him, but he's on that Oni Plays." Like, for all I know, that's happening, but not that it's ever gotten back to me. I'd be mortified to find out that were the case. But who knows, really? I don't regret it. And voice acting is still happening, so it's not as if my career's dead or anything. Let's see, it was the only Mother Judgment game Jordan D made. Is he still a crazy cult leader or what? Yeah, as far as I know, I don't think anything's changed. We have this footage saved of him going into literally a live surgery, and he thinks he's being like cool and edgy, and he's like dressed up in scrubs and like disguised as a doctor, and he just walks in on an active surgery, and it's really kind of messed up when you think that we have this video saved of Jordan D committing what is definitely a felonious act, you know. And if he hears this and he knows that, maybe he'll know not to mess with me. That's my open threat to Jordan D. But no, I'm not a big fan of cult leaders, as you can tell. Like, I usually am not, like, mean. I don't bully people. But I don't know. Like, charlatans and cult leaders are, like, that's my thing. That's my thing that really gets my goat. Really grinds my gears. If the Tomars of the world weren't comfortable being themselves, this would be a much darker place, says Weeping Blade. I suppose so, I suppose. Any comments on the leaked episode of Tomar Plays with pawns? Asks Puzzled Soup. No comment, I suppose. Nahuel Matico asks, how long are usually the Oni Plays recording sessions? On average, I get the impression that when Chris records with, like, Ding Dong and Julian, that they go pretty long. Usually, in the sessions I've been in, they average anywhere from like 90 minutes to 3 hours. We're usually doing them in the evening, mainly because of my schedule, at least when I'm involved. And as a result, we usually only have so much energy left before we're just like, that's enough. Let's see, just got a Photoshop ad, so quick question, what's your opinion on Adobe products? You know, they are what they are. They bought out Cool Edit Pro a long time ago, so I'll probably never stop using Audition. Photoshop, I know, is pretty ubiquitous. Like, Adobe Animate, for all of its flaws and crashing, is still, you know, it doesn't have any legitimate competition. Like, it's, yeah, you've got Toon Boom and you've got, like, TV Paint. You got other animation programs, but none of them really have the same kind of workflow, and there's just something about Adobe Animate / Flash that is just like uniquely what it is. So I don't know. And Premiere, I could take or leave it. And After Effects also very ubiquitous. Like, you know, I don't know if there's some up and coming like competitor for just like VFX stuff, but we're not getting rid of Adobe anytime soon. And like, as much as people resent their whole subscription model, because it's like you're constantly having to pay for it, I will say that if you use it professionally, their subscription prices, I think, are pretty reasonable. You can justify that, and it's a tax deduction if you're actually using it for work. And like, I don't know. I think I even own a little Adobe stock, so maybe I'm biased here. Actually, I gotta check. Do I own any Adobe stock? I don't know. I could be wrong about that too. Steam Deck is a pretty powerful handheld PC system with the same tablet switch style. Runs on a modified Proton Arch Linux. Yeah, that makes sense. They invested so much into making like Steam and making a lot of like generic like Windows stuff. I forget what the engine's called that kind of like makes like DirectX stuff work in Linux, but they invested a lot of time into that. I'm not surprised that they're making their own like Linux box stuff. Let's see, would you donate one of your eyes to Jaxie if she lost hers? I mean, yeah, I guess I would. If she lost both of hers, I'd give her one of mine. If she lost one of hers, it's like, I don't know, we're gonna be trading eyes back and forth. Like, what if I lose one of mine and she has to give it back? Like, that's just a wasted third operation. Wait, so that Jordan D. Hospital bit wasn't a joke? Oh, yeah. I don't know if it's still watchable. If you can't find it, I'm of the opinion that when I archive something and then it disappears off the internet, that I have no right to be putting it back up. That's how that's the cringe archivist's creed. And thank you for subbing, ya boy Woljo, and thank you for the bits. Shut up, Wave. I don't think I thanked you properly. Let's see. Yeah, no, I'm constantly falling way behind chat. I do apologize for that. Like, I could put you guys all on slow mode, but no one really wants that. Wait, so that, yeah, the Jordan D. Hospital bit was a real thing. Karma Loaf 23, thank you very much for resubbing. Oh, and thank you for subbing IHaz. L6K, yo Tomar, I'ma cut through the shit, play the game, but tell us a story about yourself. You know, that's not the worst idea. Let's play the game. Let's play the game. And, like, I just need... Let's see, do we have a prompt I can work off here? Tomar, to safeguard your homestead and loved ones from harm, what kind of booby traps would you use to keep you guys safe? Let's see, what kind of booby traps would I use? Definitely something involving, like, I don't know, like a giant glue trap. Sounds like it would work. So, since we eliminated this and we know this is 6, we know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we know this one's definitely going to be used, which means there's like probably no way this will get used, but that really doesn't benefit me to mark off. Why not boiling lemonade? Why not boiling lemonade, Spaghetti Shaman? I should hire you to come up with my trap ideas. Alright, so we got 5 here. And we know it's here, so 1, 3, 4, 5. So like the furthest this could ever go this way is this, basically. So we can mark these off. We'll mark that off, obviously. So now 3, this could go any way. 5, and we know there's one here, so this could either be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the most extreme, so we can get rid of these. Or, okay, so now what's left is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the intersection of that is these two. You see? Oh, you did find him in the operation room. See? All right, if you can find it, you can find it. Maybe we could even watch it here. Nah, I don't want to watch it here. On Goop the Kid says, I remember hearing you on Sleepycast all those years ago. Glad you're still alive and well. Me too. I'm very glad I am alive. So we got 3 and 5. I feel like I could surmise more about that. But here, we got 5, so we know it's on this side. So we can also do a similar thing here. It's either 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, wait. I don't know if I can conclude that one as quickly. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I? Alright. Now I'm confusing myself. Well, you don't know what's happening. Okay, so you see how there's like numbers on the sides? They each represent like groupings of dots, and what we're ultimately trying to make is some sort of like shape. And based on all the intersections we see, we can eliminate what's highlighted and what isn't. If that helps, Shady Salesman. So we've got a group of 3 and a group of 4. This has to be part of the group of 3. But that could still extend to there. Meaning this we can eliminate. Not that that really helps much. This is a 3 and a 5. So this would have to be part of the 3. So we can eliminate that too. And likewise, this. Alright, let's see. Are you going to be on Smiling Friends? Yeah, probably. That's what they say. They say that maybe Tomar's already recorded some stuff for Smiling Friends, and we'll have to find out what they're going to be. Do you have to be good at math or numbers to play this game? No, you really don't. It's all about just sort of visualizing things intersecting with each other. So this is definitely part of the 4 formation, so we can conclude that's that. And this could still technically be part of the 2 or the 3 grouping, because see, we could squeeze the 2 right there, and then the 1, 2, 3 like here. But what I can be sure of, this could also be the 2, because there's enough room to do 3 over here. See, if we look at the 2 and the 3 in this row that we're in. See, kind of dumb of me to ask, but how's Zach doing? Is he in good spirits? Yeah, Zach's just been super busy. You know, it's nice of you to ask after my friends. I'm not going to complain about that. Yeah, Zach's doing fine. I know this isn't going to be used. Let's see. I'm pretty sure these are going to intersect, and so that makes a block of 3 right there, so we can just X that off, which means the 2 has to be to the left of it. So see, we just eliminated this whole line. It's done. We figured it out. He's just been super busy on Smiling Friends. I mean, it's really as simple as that. I wish we could record with him more, and we're still trying to figure something out. But yeah, he has been legitimately very, very busy, and like I was saying, on kind of Australian time, so he's up at weird hours and you know, coordinating with the Australian production team. Okay, so that's right. This is a 3. We got this 7. So the 5, this is just a 5 in this column, right? So the shortest it could be is this through this, right? But since we know this has to be part of the 5, the furthest down it could possibly extend is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So then we can eliminate that it's anything below that. And this just changed the shape that our 5 has to fit into, right? So so this is definitely not it. And we can say this is either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can definitely say that both of these are going to be part of it. So the last of the 5 is either going to be on the right or the left. So that helped us do some stuff. This is one of the 1s, because it's definitely, see in this column, it's 5, 1, and 1. This is the 3 here is obviously going to be part of the 5. Okay, no, we can't eliminate anything there yet. Let's see. I know nobody cares, but I mentioned some streams ago my dad was in the hospital. They released him today. Thanks to everyone who wished him luck. I'm glad to hear that, Vincent. That's really honestly great. Thank you for subscribing, you Jabez. I hope I said that remotely correctly. I'm sorry, thank you for gifting that subscription to Vincent, you Jabez. That was very sweet of you. And now we have the context for that. GUSI Goosey, Gus is your cool freaking cousin. Okay, now I can read that. Gus is your cool. So Gus says, I'm a voice actor, and I'm really having trouble being loose in my reads and having fun in general with the auditions and characters. Any advice on getting out of your own head while acting? I mean, it's a really old-fashioned thing to say, but you know, practice makes perfect. It's you really do have to, like, yes, there's a part of you that needs to have like the director thing always going on, where you're like, this needs to be this, you know, it needs to fit these parameters. But like once you've sort of set the parameters in your head, it really is just about like trying things over and over. You don't always have the luxury of doing that if you're in a booth, but let's see, we've got a 3 and a 4. There's no way that these both in the middle could be filled. Yeah, I'm getting distracted by the game now. But yeah, just, I don't know, I can't think of anything specifically to help you be more loose. You just gotta relax and be alone and be in a place where you feel comfortable and safe. Like, if you can't do it alone, you definitely can't do it in front of a director. Let's see, never played this game, but kind of reminds me of Sudoku. Feels like when people see these puzzle games and numbers, they think it's math involved. Yeah, this isn't quite like Sudoku, and it's really just about, like, it's about groupings of dots. As simple as that sounds. Let's see, what can we say definitely isn't in the formation? I guess nothing in this column is easy to eliminate. So we know everything here is a 1, so we can eliminate everything surrounding this in this bottom row. Oh, and see, we X this off, and we know this is a 6, so there, that just finished that column off for us. We've got this 1 here. There's another 1 in here somewhere. Let's see, Tomar, did you actually take drama courses growing up, or did VA all just come from Newgrounds? Yeah, I did. Um, Not from like a super young age, but I remember in 10th grade I took intro to drama, I think it just was. I had a teacher called Joe Lewis. I think his first name. He was Mr. Lewis. I might be getting his first name wrong. Sandy Wheat has subscribed. Thank you very much for subbing, Sandy Wheat. But yeah, it was Mr. Lewis was my 10th grade drama teacher, and then they like he was trying to convince me to do repertory theater in 11th grade, and I was initially going to, and I tried out for the school play, which was like Three Musketeers, I think, and then like I had this kind of like douchey child epiphany where I'm like, I don't want to do stage acting. I want to learn more about like video and TV, and so I dropped out of the school play. I had been cast as like King whatever, the king, and I dropped out of the school play, and I pissed a bunch of people off, and I yeah, I can play while I tell the story, I think. Oh, and then this definitely goes this way because that's a 3, and then this definitely is filled in, and I joined the video production department, which did the student like newscasts. It was kind of lame and not a good reason to drop out, and I kind of regretted it later on. And so my senior year of high school, or rather near the end of my junior year, I went and did the audition to join repertory theater, and they did wind up letting me in, and it probably helped that I was still doing, I don't know if I've mentioned like my medieval fair work, but, oh, this could only be these 5 here and this one. But yeah, I used to be part of a human chessboard like stunt show through all of high school. I originally learned about it when I was from Mr. Lewis, from my drama teacher. He was the one that like told us, hey, you should go try out for this, guys. So that's definitely the 3 there, because that's the only grouping that could be in. And then, crap. This one's still kind of tough to call. This one, 3 and 5, I think there's only, yeah, the only configuration that makes sense is this and this. But yeah, working at a Renaissance fair, doing like stunt shows, rehearsing every weekend, that kept me very involved in acting through all of, and it was all improvisation when we were out on the streets, like, and not doing the human chessboard show. So that, I don't know, yeah, I've always loved acting. And then when I got into college, I did Renaissance Fair for like 1 extra year, and then it's got to be a little too much balancing that with school, so I stopped doing that, and that's when I kind of really started getting into voice acting, was in like my sophomore year of college. I bought an M-Audio Mobile Pre, because like all I had was like a crappy like $10, like those, I don't even think they make them anymore. They made those like gray cylindrical microphones where it was just like a stick with a little like hole at the end of it, if that rings any bells. And it was made of like gray plastic. Yeah. That was the only microphone I had up until I finally like went, and like they didn't really have USB mics. I think maybe the Samson like CO1U or whatever it's called had just come out. But someone convinced me, it's like, no, you gotta, if you want to sound like professional, you gotta get like an interface and an XLR mic. So this was we're in like 2005 right now. In 2005, I was already working very close to full time while I was a student, so I had some money, and I bought an M-Audio Mobile Pre, which again no longer made, and I think Avid bought M-Audio. So I don't think they make M-Audio anythings anymore. And I got something called a Studio Projects B1, which is like just a generic Chinese-made like large diaphragm condenser mic, but it did the trick. Yeah, I need a microphone with a 24 karat gold chip. Thank you, Vincent. How does one train your voice for VA, asks Shady Salesman. Do you just work with what you have, or do you actually do techniques for changing your voice? I mean, it's practice. It's like, you've got to have, if you're going to do voice acting or acting in general, I feel like you have to have a compulsion to just do it when you feel like you're alone and you have spare time and you can fuck around. Whether you're in being alone in a car is still one of the most ideal situations, because regardless of whether or not people can hear you from outside the car, you usually feel like you're nicely isolated in there. Oh, we can eliminate everything here too, huh? And is anyone seeing what shape this is? I feel like it's like a rubber duck or I have no idea. This is definitely connected, so we can eliminate that, which means one of these two makes up the 3 here. Oh, and then this is definitely going to be our 5, which means this is our last one. You guys are kind of, you're piecing this together, right? Those of you not familiar with a Picross, I hope that's making sense. I'm seeing like a little ducky, but I don't know actually. So what's this doing here? Well, we'll see. We're getting close. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the 4, meaning this is the 2 on top. This is our 5. See, we're getting down to the end of this now. Okay, so there's a 3 here, so all this could be is this. And look! Oh, is I right? Is it a little chick? It's a little chicken? Yes! Look at that. It only took us 40 minutes thanks to all my rambling. Alright, now we're going to the next screen, I guess. And do we use the hint roulette? No, we don't do that. That's not for us. Let's see, 411. There's nothing super easy to start from here. The fact that we have a 6 here means we can fill in these 2 center squares. Again, the logic behind that is like, the furthest a 6 could possibly go is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's guaranteed the overlap of those 2 extremes is these 2 spots in the middle. So 6, you can do this. For like if there's a 7, you can do 2 on each side, and so on. But yeah, already we've got a start there. That was our easiest thing to begin with. And already I'm starting to worry, like, how hard am I going to have to brain on this one? We definitely just went up a difficulty level when we moved to the next screen. And I am not a master of these puzzles, but we know that the 4 can't be here, so we know this is part of the 4. Which means either 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. But then that wouldn't fit the 1s, because we need at least space for a 1 and a blank, and a 1 and a blank. So, realistically, yeah, since there's a 1 at the top, I can move it over a bit. You're right. You're totally right, Tyler. Because there has to be a 1 either up here or here. So with that in mind, let me just, let's see, can I do, like, I'm just sort of like hypothetically marking these ones off. Like, so if the 1 was all the way at the top, it would be either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, the only intersection there is still just these 2, so I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, wait, that's not true. The intersection would include these 2, wouldn't it? Okay. I think that makes sense. So the 6 could extend as far up as here, or all the way down to here. So yeah, that does help a lot, actually. Because we know that's a 1, and that's a 1, because that's all that's in these 2 rows is 1s. And then this has to be part of the 4 on the left, like I was saying. Because you can't fit 4 to the left of it without a space in between. So we can pretty much rule this one out. Though, let's see. Yeah, that's about all we can do. Well, that's right. You'd need the space. What was I saying? If you had them all the way to the right, you'd have a 1 and an empty and a 1. And then at that point, you could have either 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can probably... I think we can be pretty sure that this is going to be part of our 4 formation. Yeah, we're just Picrossing it, you know, as we do. Let's see, what else have we got going for us? This is a rough start. If you hold R or L, you can show a counter on screen. What does that mean? I mean, yeah, that just determines whether or not it, You're saying hold it? I don't know what that means. But we'll be fine. Let's see, why does Jordan D look like Drake Bell? Is that what the D stands for? Okay, some like it's not. I'm not gonna help you write your conspiracy theories here. Let's see, we got 4 here, we got 4 here. It doesn't help us at all, though. If we have 2, 1, 1, 1, that's 5 plus there's 1, 2, 3 gaps. That still only makes up 8. Ooh. My brain is too small for this. Did I or Chris see the trailer of Disc 2 for the Oni Plays fan game? Yeah, we did. I'm sure we're gonna play it at some point. As far as I know, it's just a trailer though, right? I don't think the Oni Plays game is actually out, is it? Oh, the blue numbers are the lines you can solve right now? Is that what that actually means? I thought that just means... Oh, well. We know that's a 1, so we can do that. I don't know how I feel about... Let's see, so the 4, I'm almost... I actually never knew what the blue numbers meant. I just thought that meant, like... You've touched it. But let's see. So the 2 could be on this side, and then this 1's alone, or this could be the 2, and then the 1's down here. But nuts. We're gonna get this, you guys. Tomar, what is your down smash? Yeah, it makes me sit in a chair and stream for 2 hours. That's my down smash. Carvey Pumpkinson. Oh wait, let's see. Okay, this is some like it's not is talking to. I missed a side conversation. Tomar, will you voice act as Bullet from the Redo of Healers series? I don't know what any of that means. But if it makes you happy, I'll try. Alright, I'm not really going to try. I have no idea. I assume it's like an anime you're talking about, but I'm not familiar with that one. Let's see. Redo of Healer is revenge porn? Oh my god. Are you serious? Oh, but you're saying it's anime revenge porn, right? For a second, I thought you meant revenge porn, like people who like post their significant others like private porn up for revenge, and I'm like, that's awful. But okay. let's do a better job at all of this. It's a 2 and a 1 and a 2. Okay, so the 1 and the 2 have to be to the right of this. So I'm pretty sure I can conclude that one of these... See, now why did that turn from blue to black when I did that? I don't know what to make of that. But I'm pretty sure the 2 has to be on this side, because... No, it doesn't. I don't know what I'm thinking. Because that could be 1, anything down there could be the 2. Let's see. Do I have diamond hands? L6K, what does that mean? Like, should I put more diamonds down here? Okay. The one could be at the top here. I just need something to give so we can have a little breakthrough. I know I can figure this out. So we have this here. And we did conclude this could be part of the 2. I gotta figure this out. You're saying the 2 was right? Putting it here? Oh, that's right. Because if this was 2... No. The second row, 411, you can fill in 2 squares. Okay. Let's see. So if the 4 was here, the 1 could be anywhere over here. But then you need to have at least space for a 1 here, a 1 here, and then out of these remaining 6 spaces, you'd fit the 4. So yeah, I see what you're saying. You can fill these 2 in. And then that gives us a 1, and that completes this row. Good stuff. And then that's a 1 that completes that section at least. Let's see, did that give us anything new to work with? 2, 1, 2. Don't worry, we're braining here. Stop talking about filling us. I'm pure, says Congress of Crows. Oh yeah, and yeah, let's go back and thank some folks. Osama bin Fartin, thank you for the resub. Tomar stole my theoretical virginity. I don't think that's true. I disagree. I deny that. Kevykins has subscribed with Prime. Thank you, Kevy. Thank you, OneShort123 for the Prime sub, and thank you, Code McCann for the Prime sub. Let's see, Tomar, I almost have the Tomar flip down. It's turning the skateboard upside down with the graphic upward, and I kick it to a normal skateboard position since I'm regular on a board. You know what? I like the idea of having a skating move named after me. You need to send us all a video at some point of the Tomar flip. Tomar stole my mental and emotional virginity, says some like it's not. I don't even know how to interpret that. If we know this is 6. Crap. Is there something we can eliminate here? No, I guess not really. I mean, I'm sure there is, but my brain's not getting it so far. So if we got this 411, we got another 411. Yeah, this would go by the same logic, wouldn't it? Except we've got even more to work with here. So we could have a 1, like let's say we just build this out. 1 blank, 1 blank. Then the 4 has to fit into this. So we can pretty much guarantee that's going to be part of the 4. We can get rid of that now. So, oh, I see. No. Because if this was the 4, then it could be 1 and 1. But if this were the 4... Let's see. That did help us eliminate this entire row, though. And this could still technically be a 2. and then the 1, but this could also be the 2 here, and then the 1 could be somewhere over on the right. Tomar is the king of all of Jerusalem and the Jewish mafia, right? That's how the Tomar emeralds are super protected. I don't think so. I tried to get in on the big evil Zionist conspiracy, but they wouldn't let me in. They were like, yeah, I don't know. You kind of weren't paying attention in synagogue. You're not allowed to be part of the Zionist conspiracy. Oh well. Let's see, Tomar, what were your favorite video games to play growing up? I like a bunch of Super Nintendo stuff. Mega Man X, Donkey Kong Country, Zelda Link to the Past, Super Metroid, Super Mario RPG. I don't know. Super Nintendo was my first like actual console that my parents let me have. I think I was like already 10 years old when that was, and it had already been out for a few years at that point, but the N64 had yet to release. That was like 96, 95 maybe even. I think it was 95 that I got my Super Nintendo. Let's see. Those 2-on-2s, the left has to be filled in row. Can't fit any other way. Really? Why couldn't you have a... Oh, you're saying if I had a 2, 1, 2... Oh, yeah. That's a very good point. Alright, that actually helps a lot. Which means the absolute lowest down this 4 could go would be to here. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. The 4 can't possibly go here, by the way. So then inside of here, the 4 has to take up 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 2 intersections here. We know this first one's a 1, so that's settled. We know this is a 2, so that's settled. All right, now we got something. Now things are cascading. That's what I love about this game, honestly. So let's see. This could be a 1 anywhere here and then the 2 here. Okay, so we don't know anything to the right of this. But yeah, very good point. Thank you for that. Who helped me with that hint, by the way? Was that Reuniclus? Oh no, that was Oh It's Tyler. Thank you for the help. Alright, so the 2 obviously can't fit there, so we can cross that off. And then we have to fit a 2 and a 1 here, but I don't think that lets us eliminate anything in particular. And this other one could go anywhere. Here, let's look at the up-down stuff again. You fit a 2 and a 4 in here. Tomar the 4, you can get 3 of it. The 4? This 4? Or this 4? Oh, this 4. Yeah, you're right. We're guaranteed that this one's going to be involved in it, and that just closed out this 4. And now, the 1 and the 1 could be anywhere on here, though. But yeah, that definitely helps, because now the 6 has to... Let's see. And I can still go all the way down, but it can't go above here, which means this 4 has to be that. Which means this... Oh, I mean, I guess we always knew that was a 1. See, stuff's falling together. Let's see. Plan to have your wife on a stream? Yeah, I bet we'll do that at some point. I think we'd love to see you both play something and interact with the community. Yeah, that would actually bring back a lot of good memories. We used to stream together long, long ago. Like, you know, back when we were doing Jaxamoto. That left column 2 was already completed. You just made it a 3. Wait, what? What did I do? Oh, crap. Oh, no. What have I done? I probably can't eliminate that. Because these have to be right. So that means we can eliminate that, and the 4 actually goes here, and then there's your 411. Okay. I messed up a little bit, but we recovered. And we know this has to be part of our 4, and now that we know that this has to be part of our 4, the furthest that could go down is 1, 2, 3, 4, so we can eliminate this entire bottom half of this column. Do you need a good memory for this? Not really. Like I said, it's all just pattern recognition. That's kind of why I like it. It's not as big brain as it seems. Okay, so this is our 1. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 of our 6 here. And we know these are 1s. This could still technically be a 2. Oh wait, and then this was just a 2, so we can eliminate all this. So our 1s for over here. Oh shit. What did I do? You're saying this is the 2, right? This has to be the 2. Because we just eliminated that. Yeah. Cool. So then our 1 could be here or here. But we can close that off. So one of the 2s has to fit in here. So we can guarantee that's something. And this could technically be a 1 then a 2. Or a 1 then a 2. Okay, I can't do too much with this line yet, I don't think. One of these is a 1, but this is definitely a 2. Which means our 4 now has to include this. And then this has to be a 2. Okay, we just finished that line. And then, alright, could this be a 2 or this could be a 2? So this 6 has to end here at this point. So that has to be 2. We're getting this. I can check 2 down from the most left column and mark both 2s. Did I already do that? What did I mean? Check 2 down from the leftmost column. I assume that's something I already did. Sorry. I was not looking. What else we got? Putting this here would do it complete a 4 and a 4, but no, there's no guarantee that that's actually what we want. We don't have a ton left to work with though, do we? Well, we know this is definitely going to be something. So that completes that line. And we know this 2 can be blocked off. So this has to be a 1. Let's see if we can we. Oh, so this 4 is complete, meaning this 4 on the row is done. And then let's see, there's 3 1s we need, so it would have to be. One of them's going to be down here, but the other 2 I think have to be these. Meaning this row's done, and that's a 1. 1, 2, 1. So then, all right, we're pretty much at the home stretch here. So that's a 2. This one's already done, so that's got to be a 2. Yeah, okay. And then the final one is just that. There we go. It's a hair dryer. That was a hair dryer, everybody. It looks kind of like a flamingo more than a hair dryer. All right. There, we solved another Picross. That's 2. We've already done 2 whole Picrosses today. And it's only been an hour. I'm legit screaming trying to get your attention at pics on my screen. XD says Gamer E Raid. What are you talking about? Oh, and thank you for the 100 bits, Captain Squiggles. Picross indeed. Let's just keep the fun going. No hint roulette. Oh, good. I already see an 8. So, actually, 8-1 is a given. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 1. And then this is a 7. So we already knew that we could go out 2 from the center. And then this is a 5 and a 2. So we know this has to be part of the 5. In which case... Oh, here's a 9. Which means we can eliminate everything in this row but the edge pieces. Oh, we just got an easy-ish one. And this is only a 3, so we can eliminate this. We can eliminate this off the bat. Oh. Such fun. Let's see. I mean, when you're trying to solve it, I'm legit trying to tell you. Oh, that one too. I know. I gotta do it on my own, right? It's like, I do appreciate the tips when I get stuck. Don't get me wrong. Oh, did you say there's another 9? Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, just the initial 9, and then the 6 is kind of already accounted for. Let's see. This is 1, 1, 2. There's no way this could be the part of the 2 if you did 1. Yeah. So this has to be one of the 1s. So we can block that one off. Meaning that, yeah, to fit our... We have to fit a 1. Let's do this for a second.
Monster gift.
Oh, wow. Gamer E-Raid. Thank you very much for those 5 very generous subscription gifts. You're a peach, Gamer E-Raid. Or should I just call you Raid? I feel like you just went by Raid back in the day. I'm going to call you Raid. Alright, so let's say we eliminate these 2. This is like a 1 and a blank. So this is the hypothetical highest that would be. And then we had to make a 6 out of what's left. And there's pretty much just a 6 out of what's left. I think that's the only logical thing to do. And then this would be that. So we we figured that one out. And then this is our 3. And so the 1, 1 could still be kind of any 2 of these. It could be either this and this or this and this. We eliminated this 1. There could be a 1 here or a 1 here and 2 here. These are obviously part of the 5, so I'm pretty sure these have to be 1s. Because there's no other way that could work with the 1 going before the 5. This one's is a big shape. Let's see, 1, 2. So we know that's not it because the 4 has to fit in here. Now if the 4 were in here, again we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know the 4 incorporates these 2 pieces, and then that finishes the 2 here. And then this 5 could still really go either way. But this is definitely a 1. And then our last 1 is one of these 2. Alright, let's see. Did you activate your trap card? Yeah, that's exactly what I did, Dylan. We're gonna do this. We're gonna beat all the Picross. Okay, now that I know that this is 5 on this side, we can eliminate these. Meaning that 4 is definitely these here. And then we know these are definitely 2s. And then that's got to be a 1. And this has to be a 3. And then the rest of this is accounted for. And this has to be our 3 here. Which means we complete our 6 with that. Oh, this is all good stuff. And then the 2 has to use this one. And that completes this row. Let's see. And this 2 could be either this or this still. So the only place a 3 can fit is here on this column. And then this has to be the 1 because it's above the 3. So yeah. Oh, I just saw someone said top row can be solved. Yep. I think I was right there with you. The 1 and the 3 are done. Okay, and then the 7, we've got 6. We can eliminate these 2. Well, those were already eliminated anyway. We have 1, 1, 2. Well, that last one has to be here because this is a single formation of 4. And that finishes the 7. And then that's a 1. Okay. We got that one done a little quicker, huh? That was a little easier than the last one. Just a little. Those are balloons, by the way. Man, you guys hate Picross. Our numbers are dropping off. What have I done wrong? I feel like I'm being punished for something. Oh well, I know the guys that really... The true fans out there are enjoying Picross with me. And then Dylan B saying, congrats, Tommy, have a gift sub. So I'll thank you for that in advance, and I'll thank you again.
Subscription gifted.
There we go. Thank you for your generosity, Dylan. It is received by Zachary. Hey, Tomar, never played Picross, but I want to play. What game should I start with? Oh, they're all the dang same. A lot of people are really hype on Picross 3D because it really does take this concept and make it 3D, but like this is just Picross S on the Switch. If you have a Switch, it's probably the easiest thing to start with. You can also play the original like Picross for Super Nintendo, but it's kind of rough, but you can, if you have like the Nintendo Online thing, you can technically play that for free. Yeah, like they used to have a lot of good ones for like the DS. Like there's like a Mario Picross and like a Pokemon Picross. Like they have ones themed after stuff. Yeah, there were a lot of like I think it was on the original like DS that I started, like my DS Lite or whatever, that I started really playing Picross, and then recently I've just been playing it a lot, like when I'm on airplanes and stuff. Yeah, the DS kind of was the ultimate system just for Picross because you had a little stylus and you're just ticking off boxes. It was a little more awkward in some of the earlier stuff. So we can do 2 on each side for the 7 here. And that's a 1, that's a 1, that's a 1, that's a 2. So it's probably going to be the easiest thing we get. So this has to be the 3. So we can eliminate that much, and then part of this 2 has to be here. And since this is just a single 4, we can eliminate all that. I'm just going for the easy stuff right now. But yes, this is a game of ticking boxes. That's just how it's done. Let's see, 1 1 1 2, 1 2 2, 4 1. Well, this has to be the 1. This can't be part of the 4. Let's see, and then the 2, that could go either way, huh? No, actually it can't. Now that we eliminated that, we know exactly where the 7 is. And then that's a 1. And then that has to be the 2. And then that has to be 3, 4, 5. And then we're done with that row. And then that has to be 4. Okay, there's still plenty we've got here. The 3 could still kind of go anywhere in here, huh? And then the 4 here as well. Okay, this one might be a little tougher. I'm trying to find something obvious. This has to be one of the 1s, so I think I can eliminate that. There's no way that could be one of the 2s. It'll be 1, 1, 1, 2. No. I don't know if there's anything more I can eliminate in this column right now. What's your thoughts on the color Picross? Asks Raid. I haven't tried them yet. I saw that there was one for the Switch that was like some sort of like adventure game, and it had colors to it also. And I was contemplating buying it today just to try it out on stream, but I'm like, I've never played one of the color Picross before, and I don't want to make a fool of myself, so I decided to save it for another time. Oh yeah, that's right. When I'm done with these spreadsheets, says Azuma, could I get some sweet Jew harp? Well, maybe. Dude, I keep it here at my desk now. It's fun. You can get like weird experimental sounds if you use it improperly, like. You can like just press it against your lips and you get that kind of like deeper, thunkier sound. Yeah, I feel like you could sample a lot of these sounds too and make like legit like club music or something with it. Hopefully, I don't know how that sounds through the vocal compressor, but hopefully it doesn't sound too terrible. Maybe it sounds better. I don't know. Let's see. It sounds so unbelievably jokey. Like how I used to think the kookaburra was a laughing monkey. This is Carnera Mythos. I know, it's like, it sounds like so many random cartoon sound effects that you'd have grown up with. Let's see. So if this was absolutely 1, 2, 3, 4, you still couldn't fit the 2 here. So this has to be a 2. Oh, that had to be part of the 2 anyway. Okay, I see. And that's the 3. I just needed to step away for a second, apparently. So that has to be included in the 4, which means that has to be one of the 1s. The 2's anywhere over here, but the 4... Or does that have to be included in the 4? I'm pretty sure it does. Did that make sense? Yeah, it has to be. Which means we can mark this one off. I don't know if that helps, but we can mark it off. Just gotta play a little more Jew harp, and I'll come back with fresh eyes and see more stuff. And then let's see, or we could, I'm just doing fun little tappy ones. An obnoxious instrument, chorizo boy. Why would you say that? Australia intensifies. Oh, should we? Yeah, I should get an actual didgeridoo. Yo, you'll buy me a didgeridoo, Tyler? I don't doubt it. I don't doubt that you would. But then I'd have to actually learn how to play it. I wonder how much practice it takes. I bet it's not that hard to play once you get like the idea of how to like, you know, do it, like the physical action. You know, I've played woodwinds, I've never played a brass instrument before, but I've played clarinet and I've played saxophone. I never got very good at either, but I know how to play them. Yeah. I cannot circular breathe Penatesta. Are you called that because you're a penetration tester? Or is that just a coincidence? Let's see, Lil Smeet. I couldn't get the breathing technique when my mate got me to try it. Oh, you're talking about the didgeridoo. I am curious. If somebody really got me a didgeridoo, I'd feel really guilty about it. And I probably would try to learn how to play it, at least on a basic level. So I started drawing again, says Raid, and I really want to make another drawing of you and Jaxie again. Oh, well, that'd be very sweet of you. Don't feel obligated, but I would very humbly accept that. I love Tomar Jaxie fan art. Or just art. I mean, I guess it counts as fan art, friend art, fan art, something like that. Let's see, you also need to control your emotions lest you fall into an unbreakable trance, says Scooty Puff Jr. Let's see, alright. So this has to be this 3 here. So the 1 could be anywhere in the middle of this. And then this bottom one has to be a 2. Meaning this one's complete. And then this is all the 4. And then this is the 4 here. See, every time I look back down at the thing, I'm able to solve a bit more. Let's see, so 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. This has to be part of the 2. I'm pretty sure I can bar this one off, because this has to be part of this second 2. It's not reaching over into that. And there's a 2 somewhere in here, and there's... Oh, okay, so we know the 3 is somewhere in here, so we can eliminate all of this. We still don't have... Okay, this has a 2 at the bottom of it, and so one of these is a 1. Let's see, it's all coming together. I know, right, Reuniclus X? Well, the thing is, if I do it, I want to replace your faces with faces of Beavis and Butthead. Just the face. I'll send it to Jaxie when I'm done. Okay, Raid. You do it. I give you my blessing. Jexel and Butmar? Yeah. Jeevis and Butmar. How about... That's what I'm calling it. Didn't know you streamed, says Dr. Nito. Figured I'd give a follow and say hi. Really enjoy your work in voice acting and Oni Plays. Keep up the great job. Thank you for dropping in, Dr. Nito. Let's see. Kevykins says, should I just call you Kevykins? Is that how I'm supposed to say it? Like, oh, Kevykins. Oh, thank you for coming to my stream, Kevykins. Was wondering, what was your favorite project you and Jaxie did together? I liked working on Sergio and Bear and on Admin Craft together. But yeah, Sergio and Bear was like our first, like, and even Grandmaster Alan Little Hoots. That was all her. I don't know. I guess I can't pick just one. I loved all the original stuff we worked on together. Even the stuff that I wouldn't even call particularly great now, you know. I loved Sergio and Bear, and then it was my first attempt at like a fully original cartoon, but I don't love Sergio and Bear, and that I don't think it really makes me laugh. And I wanted it to be funny. I don't know. Maybe I'm also just a little like it's hard for things to make me laugh twice, you know what I mean? Like, maybe it did make me laugh at some point, but now I'm just like calling it unfunny. I don't know. It's hard for me to ever laugh at things I wrote myself, but there are exceptions. Things I collaborated with other people on, I can usually still laugh at. Oh, and thank you for resubbing, Scarlet Seeker 44. Had to resub to my little Tomokins. Tomokins? Where's that? Where'd the L come from? Or was that supposed to say Tomikins? No, you definitely typed Tomikins. Tomokins. Both times. Let's see, attempt number 2. Gotta recommend hex cells to Tomoto based on his love of Picross. I assume that's a hexagon like version of Picross. I know that this game is not entirely novel and it wasn't invented necessarily by Jupiter. Oh, here, that'll finish that. And then that's a 1. And then crap. And then the 3. Oh, well, this has to be a 4, which means that's the 3. Which means that's the 1. Which means one of these is part of the 2. Which means that's the last one there. Which means the only 2 left is this one. Shit. No. I messed something up. This is 2111. Oh crap. I got too excited there. What have I done? This is 121. This is 122. I think I messed that one up. Ooh. What have I done? Ooh, this is bad. This is a lot of untangling. There's a part of me that just wants to start over, but I bet we're not that far off. There's some critical mistake I made. I totally bungled it. But let's see if I can unbungle. This is still 121. This is 122. This should, in theory, be cleared. If that's a 2, but then this can't be 2111. Oh God. What have we done? All right. We're just gonna restart this one. Or we could cheat. Alright. Let's just clear that section out. This has to be 2. And then... Is that it? Okay then. That was fried shrimp. Go figure. Kinda low res fried shrimp. But is anybody feeling hungry for some like coconut, some Bubba Gump coconut fried shrimp? Here we got our 8 filled in. This is a 5 and a 2. So the 2's all the way over here. And the 5 are all the way over there. I guess that doesn't really tell me much of anything off from the start. Oh no, wait. So yeah, if the 2 is all the way here, then the 5... Yeah, so we could have 5 either all the way here or... with the blank, yeah, it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can be pretty sure that these are going to be filled in. Which this has to be a 1 here. Also, that has to be a 1 there. This has got to be part of a 3. But I don't know too much about that yet. Let's see. Plains of Passion says, well, I'm all done working on Warhammer for the night, so I'm out. It was a privilege to hang out with you this evening, Tomar. Well, thank you for listening to me in the background while you, I guess, painted your Warhammer figures or assembled them, glued them. I assume that's what one does when working on Warhammer versus playing it. Have a good night. Let's see, 2-1, 2-1. This is going to be a 3. 5, 2. Now, if the 2 is all the way over here... See, I was going to work on an illustration. Vincent says, I was working on an illustration for a game jam, but I can barely stay awake now. Thanks for keeping me company, Tomar. Have a good night, Vincent. I guess this is the downside of our streams being kind of late, since most, I think, of our viewers are in U.S. time zones, and a lot of those are on the East Coast. Where it's already like 11 p.m. by the time I start. But it's all just based around my work schedule. I wish there was more I could do about it. Tommy, that should what should Jaxie's stand be named for the fan art I'm doing? Oh shit. What would Jaxie? That's a tall order to answer on the spot. What's Jaxie's stand's name? Does it have to be named after like a song or an album or a rock band? Let's see, what would make a good stand name that hasn't already been used? How about Wild Wild Horses or something? That sounds like it would make a good stand name. I don't think they ever used that one in part 7, even though it seems like it'd be opportune. That's the best I can come up with. There's gotta be something here I'm missing. Like, yeah, one of these is gonna be a 2. Like, I know this is a 2. I know this is a 2. It doesn't really... Oh, here. This one's definitely a 1. I don't know if that really helps with anything. This is a 3 and a 1. Really, if the 2 is already here, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I can fill this one in too. Tomar, I have Dr. Pepper on line 2. They're wanting to clarify the brand deal. You are not to say that Dr. Pepper causes warts. I thank you for warning me, Azuma. I almost let that one slip. You know what? I haven't had anything to drink this whole time. You know what? I'm gonna go grab a little non-caffeinated soda since we're on the later side. But I think I've got some sparkling ice. 1 second. You know what? We're out of sparkling ice, and that's probably a good thing. So, yeah, I know we lost the brand deal. They just called while I was up. We lost the brand deal. It's over. No more Dr. Pepper streams ever again. Man, I really would love to get... I would 100% do a brand deal, like, unironically, for Dr. Pepper. I drink that stuff all day. But now they're never going to give me my brand deal because I gave it away. That I would just endorse them regardless. I'm pretty sure this has to be a 2 also because you can't fit 2 2s up here. What else we got? Can be pretty sure that's nothing. Because this first one's got to be a 2. which means the 2 can't go in there. Which means if this has to be a 2, so that completes our 3. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. Let's see. Gotta be a partner for a Dr. Pepper brand deal. Is Twitch actually taking longer on this? Oh, they didn't over-deny it. No, this time their excuse was that I didn't stream 3 times a week. And I'm like, my schedule isn't that. Why is that suddenly a requirement? I mean, I guess it always was. But my plan is now just to wear them down. Or I could start streaming 3 times a week. But, you know, that's a lot of times. That's like almost half the days of the week. Tomar, if I ever started a company, like, I don't know, clownpenis.fart, that's a reference to something specific, isn't it? I would sponsor you all the time. Thank you, Raid. Hey, thank you for resubscribing, Neo Howls. I do really appreciate all the repeat love that we've been seeing, people resubbing and all that. It really does put pep in my step. Dr. Pep, that is, as in Diet Dr. Pepper, bro. Okay. Let's see, what else have we got? Not a lot, not a ton left to work with, actually. We're, like, the whole right side of the board is just nothing. I feel like I'm gonna have to stretch my brain out a lot longer than usual. What do you guys think? Let's see. Tomar, you can always Google clown penis to see if you can find out what the reference is from. I'm not gonna do that. You're the biggest troll, Azuma. I can extend the 5-2 out of tile. Let's see, why is that? Because, like, if it was 5, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the 2 could be any of these 3. So how... But then if the 2 was here and there's a gap here, it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, we can extend it out another tile. Thank you. But that's part of it too. I don't feel like that really helped us as much as I'd have liked. Oh, you can fill the 3 in the bottom. Oh, because, yeah, we know the 4 fits here. Thank you. Very good point. Alright, that helped us a good bit. And now we've got the 5-2 solved as a result. The 2-4 is still a little mysterious. Oh, no, wait, no, the 8 now we know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We know that. We can eliminate that. Let's see. The 1-3, you can fill the bottom of it. What do you mean? What do you mean I can fill one... Oh, the 1-3? Oh, yeah. How correct you are. Alright, so the 5 solved. That was a 1. And we know this is part of a 5. Okay, that's actually extremely valuable. Because, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, like, nothing will be above this. And then the 5 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, basically, that's... all that's solved. Alright. All those rows are solved. So we got the 1 there. Oh, this has to be a 2. So that solves the 4. And that solves the 2 also. Okay. So now our 8 is finally complete. Let's see. Tomar, what would you do if you asked to use the Bubba Gump bathroom And there was a 15 by 15 Picross puzzle on the door you needed to solve to unlock it. Would you risk speedrunning it or risk poison ivy in the woods? Why is this Bubba Gump in a poison ivy filled little swamp? Is that just what you imagine, that all Bubba Gump shrimps are on the bayou? All right, I guess this one is for the hypothetical. If I really had to go, if it was like one of those like close call situations, I think I would just risk poison ivy. But if I felt like I had like a couple minutes, I would attempt the 15 by 15 Picross. No, I couldn't solve that in a couple minutes. You see how I'm doing here. No, I would just go in the woods. I think either way, if I had to go, I would rather go outside than in my pants. That's just... Okay, this is a thing, which that makes that 2. And now I can eliminate this and this. And now we know where that the 4 is going to be somewhere in here. And then that's some 1s. And then that's a 2. And that completes that. And then there's a 3 in here somewhere, so we know that's that. Alright. And that definitely finishes the 5. And there's our 2. Alright. How does this game work? Is it like Sudoku? Not exactly. So the numbers in the margins, think of them as groupings. Like, see how this one says 3, 1, and we've solved it. There's a 3, and there's a 1, and this is a 1, 2. There's a 1 and a 2. Basically, you have to place all these squares to conform to the rules set in the margins to ultimately make a what's it called? A shape. And then it colorizes it and goes, you just made this thing. And you go, I don't think it looks like that. So that's a 2. And then that finishes that one. And that one's finished. And that one's finished. And that one's already finished. And then there's a 2 somewhere in here. Okay, it's got to be that because of the 4. And now we know that's a 2 and that's a 2. And now we're done. When can we expect to see a German 985 guest appearance? I guess when I get up the courage to talk to him for the first time in like 10 years. I mean, I don't know if it's been exactly 10 years, but it's probably been close. It's been a while since we've spoken. Not for any like bad reason, just like he became a big YouTube dude and didn't do as much like voice acting, so we just didn't interact for a long time. There's no bad blood or anything, but yeah, I really haven't talked directly to Germa in a long time. Like Donkey was the same thing. Like he became like this big huge thing, and then like I happened to like say hey to him for the first time in like a decade or more at like JonTron's wedding. But yeah, I don't know. All the Newgrounds boys grow up so fast. Tomar X Germa will happen someday. We know the universes are interconnected. Okay. All thanks to the fact that we're Steam friends. Because I've had Steam for like 15 years. Do a duet with Automaton and a Jew harp. Is Automaton the little like thing that looks like a musical note with a face on it? I think that's what that is. And you squeeze its little mouth and it goes. Okay, I'm glad I'm not just describing some foreign thing no one's ever heard of. We got some 6s. This one is only a single valid configuration. That's part of that 6, so we know this is eliminated. We can X that off. This has got to be a 3. 3, 3, 2. This has to be the 2. Meaning the 4 is somewhere in here. And then that's a 3. Oh, I love when we get edge pieces. So then we can do that. And that row's done. So that's a 2 there. This is somehow part of a 5. Oh, there's got to be a 4, so that one's already, like, settled too. Yeah, they just dropped us into, like, a real easy one. So yeah, now we have to make a 6 with what's left in here. So we can... It's one of these two. Let's look back at the chat now. I was all hopped up on Picross adrenaline. Let's see. You can feel out the rest of the bottom for 2, 3. Hold on. What are you talking about? The bottom for 2, 3. Oh, you're saying this one. If you say so. Do I have something I can eliminate? Oh, that is a 1. Thank you. All right, no. And I can do the 1, 4, 3. Stop telling me I can do stuff. Yeah, the 1, 4, 3. Is that a 3, 4? This can't be connected or it would break everything, so I'm pretty sure that's the 3, 4. Then this first thing's a 2, and then this is a 3, so one of these is a 1. This row is already totally completed. By the way, for anyone who doesn't know, the X's are just for reference. The blue spaces are the only things that count. The X's are just to help you visualize what can't be a space. Tomar, you have a net local group administrator / add one person to your secret porn laptop to get important files. Who do you trust to not peek? Why are you giving me like old ass like Windows domain commands? Well, I guess net local group. That's like that's some Windows shit. Give me some Linux. Give me something fun. Why would I have like a secret porn archive when the internet is just rife with it? Alright, I do have a secret porn archive, but it's just like emergency backup porn for when the internet's down. Let's see, Tomar, we love you and we just want to help you figure the puzzles out. Don't silence my help. Did I silence your help, Raid? 112 is pretty solvable. I bet it is. Let's see, that's a 2. And yeah, okay, we can break that down into 1 something. Let's see, that's a 2, so this one's already solved, so yeah. So the 112. Oh, that's a 1, definitely. And that's a 2, and that's a 2. Alright, 1, 1. Oh, this one's all solved too. And then that's solved. And then that's a 3. So we know where the 6 ends. And then that needs to be a 2. And we're done. And it's just a pretty mushroom. I'm sure that's what you all guessed. And let's see.
Subscription gifted.
And thank you for gifting another script to my... Blah. See, my brain starts going at a certain point because I go through an entire workday Thank you for another gifted subscription from Raid to Pink Chilango. And thank you very much for your direct subscription, your friend Benji. Now you're my friend Benji. Hey, Tomomoto, do you like Hajime no Ippo? Asks Thunderbolt26. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you something about Hajime no Ippo. Not only do I like it, I'm like 5 chapters behind on it right now. I wanted to say I'm caught up on it, but I like stopped. I like had such a busy couple of weeks I didn't get a chance to read any manga, so I got caught up on Monday night on My Hero and One Punch Man, and then I got caught up last night on One Piece. In fact, I think I fell asleep before I got finished getting caught up on One Piece. So, yeah, that's right, because my iPad was lying on the floor when I woke up this morning. So I'm pretty sure I fell asleep reading One Piece. So I have like 1 or 2 chapters left in that, and then I need to get caught up with Hajime no Ippo, and then this is where I just ramble on and on about all the manga I like to read. And I need to catch up with Kaiju number 8 or Kaiju number 6 or whatever the hell number Kaiju it is. But yeah, I love Ippo, and I've been trying to get more and more people into it lately. I got all the stuff that's available on Blu-ray in English. I just bought, and I'm gonna keep buying it as it comes out if they release more stuff. Because I want someone to believe that there's an audience in this country for it. It really got a raw deal. Like, I do not... Look, I'm going to go on the record here. I do not like the dub of Hajime no Ippo at all. I think it is miscast. Takamura is like I think he's most people's favorite character. Even if he's not your favorite, he kicks ass. He's cool. He's like the most like bro... like badass, unstoppable killing machine, and he just sounds like this in the English dub, and it's like, are you kidding me? Like, this guy needs to sound badass. His Japanese voice is like balls deep, and he's like the ultimate badass character. That's not the only reason I don't like the dub of Ippo, but I think they did it dirty, and if anyone here is part of the... I think it was a New York dub, but if anyone here was part of the New York team that dubbed it, sorry. I'm sure you had time constraints or budget constraints or something, but it didn't come out good. Random question, how's Mick doing? I haven't talked to him in a while. I think he's doing fine. I just saw him at the gym yesterday. He seems to be doing swell. Let's see, Tomar, if a genie came out of your pangus when you rubbed it and offered you 3 wishes for his freedom. This is Azuma asking this again. Big surprise. Would you trade 3 wishes for your immediate removal of your Primbus with 0 chance of return? Let's see. So, basically, I either don't use my wishes and I keep my genitals, or do I have to commit to all 3? Could I make 2 wishes and then just never make the 3rd wish and never grant it freedom? I know that's a little bit of a raw deal, but I don't know. Wishes are cool, but I wouldn't ever voluntarily go without it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just couldn't. Hey Tomar, would you or have you ever played Among the Sleep? Yeah, I have played Among the Sleep. Let's start another puzzle, by the way. I thought Among the Sleep was... I think I played all the way through it, or if I didn't, I got bored at some point and stopped. But I feel like it wasn't that long of a game, and I did play through it with Jaxie like years ago. We usually like to play horror games together. Maybe if we do a stream, we'll play like either a new horror game that'll surprise us or some like favorite horror game together. That's not a bad idea. Sorry, I know you didn't bring up Jaxie at all, but you got me thinking when you brought up Among the Sleep. Is an iPad worth the money just for manga? That's a good question, you Javes. I mean, It is like the main things I do with my iPad are read manga and listen to ASMR to fall asleep, and usually both at the same time. But I use it almost every single night. And I realize you could listen to audio through your phone or through anything else, but I do think the phone is a little too small to be a good, like, reading manga in bed device. You don't have to get an iPad. You could get, like, some Kindle thing, or you could get, like, some, like Android, like, cheapo one. But my recommendation is just, like, you don't have to get a brand new iPad. Just get, like, a refurbed one, or, like, one that's, like, a generation or two old. iPads are like all good as long as it's like the iPad like Air 2 or later. I feel like they're all good. Like they're all fairly lightweight. They have good battery life. They like I think a used iPad is worth the money just for manga. Yes, I do. And the Shonen Jump app only costs it's like $1.99 a month, and that's where I read like 90% of the manga. Ippo, obviously, there's no like legal way to read it, so there's a site called like HR Scantrad or whatever. There is like one of the few people that still like care about fan subbing Ippo, but yeah, that's my evenings. That's my late evenings. At bedtime. Tomi, where do you watch your anime and where do you read your manga? Like, most of my anime I do watch on Crunchyroll or one of the other million streaming services that now carries anime. But I haven't been watching a lot of anime lately. I just saw something interesting on Crunchyroll that Xander Mobis showed me. It was called like Something Bus. I just watched the first episode. Something Bus. It's like everyone's like an anthropomorphic animal sort of thing, but like it seems like it's in his head because like everyone acts extremely human, and it's kind of gritty. Something Bus. Someone in the chat will hopefully know what I'm talking about. Tomi, where do you watch your anime and where do you read your... Okay, yeah. Hey man, my back's been hurting lately. Can you refer a specialist to me? No, I'm not qualified. I don't have a back specialist. I don't have any back issues because I'm a short little man. I mean, I guess there's short people with back problems, but I feel like we're less prone to them. Is there going to be any more It Takes Two on Oni Plays? I mean, I don't know if all the footage is edited through yet, so I can't answer that question. But I haven't heard any plans to record more, and Helix has this habit of like nixing series after like one good session, because it's like the first, if he sees any kind of like downtrend, I don't know. A lot of our series get nixed, and it's just like, unless somebody really, really wanted to play it, we usually just listen to Helix. And I feel like that's one of them where, yeah, we're not going to get to the end of the game probably. What are your favorite horror games? I don't know, like I really like horror games that work well in 2D, which is why I was doing stuff like Ebe and Yuppie Psycho, and like there's another one called Lone Survivor, which really freaks me out, and I've never actually beaten it because it's like actually like kind of a survival horror game. Like you can get pretty stuck in it pretty easily. But Lone Survivor was a cool one. But like that game Visage or Visage, Chris used to call it Visage, but I'm pretty sure it's just Visage. I still think that one is like tremendously cool, and I love playing PT. Like, I made a point to like I went out of my way to like keep PT on my PS4 as long as possible, and I think it's still playable on my PS4. Oh, see, we grayed out. We're not playing the puzzles at all. I guess I could ramble on about horror games all day, huh? Let's see, have you played Control before? Oh yeah, I really did like Control. And it looks great with ray tracing, I agree. I need to beat that game. I played through a ton of it. We even played it once, I think, on Oni Plays. Unless that footage just like died on the cutting room floor. See, Crunchyroll X Dr. Pepper, first sponsorship confirmed. I'd take it. I would do a sponsorship for Crunchyroll. I would do one for Shonen Jump, both in a heartbeat. But again, what's the point when they see that I'm already promoting them for free? Why would they come to me for a brand deal? And Iceball's Twitch just says, "You are cool." Thank you. You know, sometimes you just need to hear someone say it. So thank you. BeatBoop33, ever read Fuan no Tane or watch Bakano? The dub for it is pretty good. The answer to both of those is no. I don't know much about either of those. Oh, yeah, Megalobox is dope if you liked Hajime no Ippo. Fun fact, I haven't watched all of Megalobox. I've only watched like the first couple episodes. But I did, I voiced Shark Samejima in the official dub of Megalobox. That's fun little Tomar trivia. See, as a 6'5" guy, I can sympathize with Chris. I'm 21 and my back is already starting to do fucky wuckies on me. Sorry to hear that, Tyler. Yeah, Jaxie's 6'2" and she has back shit. And yeah, Chris is like, what? He's also like 6'1" or 6'2" or 6'3". Yeah, tall people have it rough when it comes to backs. And yeah, Jaxie's got all her family's like massive, like over 6 foot tall people. Her cousin is like 6'8". Sorry, not her cousin, her nephew. And he's been 6'8" since he was like 16. I think Helix may be wrong. People watch to listen to your chat. The game is irrelevant. I mean, that's what we always say. But he likes to pretend he can like magically divine like SEO crap, so we indulge him. I don't care if he hears me saying that. He'll just... We say this kind of crap to him all the time. Tomar, why do you look so much like Kaio Jaku? I don't know who that is. I feel like maybe I should know who that is, but I couldn't tell you who that is off just hearing it, Toby. A Tenor says, Sweet Tomar, while voice acting, do you have problems with pronunciation of strange names like Polnareff or others? Did you mean Polnareff? Or is there actually a character called Polnareff? I mean, sometimes, but I think I'm better at figuring out weird pronunciations than a lot of people. Like, I feel like that's one of my magic powers, is guessing at pronunciations. Just divining them. Tomar, for serious question, says Azuma, what is the most embarrassing anime you ever watched to completion? Oh, there's probably plenty. I watched a lot of trashy stuff when I was first getting into anime, and like the idea of streaming anime, usually off like very gray sites, like ones where you paid like a PayPal subscription fee to cover their bandwidth costs, but they definitely had no legal right to be streaming. I remember watching like an anime called Green Green all the way through, and I'm pretty sure it was some sort of like doujin that got made like an H doujin that got made into an anime. It just reeked of that, or it started as like a visual novel or something. Have I read / seen Golden Kamui? Yeah, I've watched a bunch of Golden Kamui. I never finished the first season. Like, I really don't know how to feel about it. Like, I usually like that kind of mix of like sort of lighthearted and serious stuff, but that game, that particular anime felt so like whiplashy in terms of going from like really, really serious, heavy like stuff to just like goofy crap. Let's see, one, so it'd be one in blank here. Sorry, I'm just visualizing some stuff right now. It'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like I can... Can I get both of these? I feel like I can. Yeah, let's see. We'll see how that works out. 'Cause this could technically be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that makes sense. And I think this is the 1. No, actually, that could technically be part of it too, but this is definitely a 3. Sorry. And let's see, Green Green is an American folk song that became stupidly popular in Japan and was the basis for the Super Mario World Overworld theme by Koji Kondo. Not even kidding. No dip. I did not know any of that. Like any 90s, early 2000s animes. I watched all of Sorcerer Hunters. I watched like a lot of like just like really random stuff, but yeah, mostly through to completion. Midori no Hibi, if anyone's ever heard of that one, I think it was localized as Midori Days. It's about like a punk who has like this girl crushing on him, and then one day she just wakes up and she's his literal right hand. Like just lots of like weird, like I didn't like, it didn't even occur to me that these were all just like bizarre fetish animes, even though so many still are. But like, that's the kind of stuff that I grew up with. Let's see. We got 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. That's a 2. 2, 1, 2, 1. This could be a 2. Too close to call. Wait, 3, 1, 2, 1. That's like 7, 8, 9. Ah. I feel like that should be easier than it appears. Oh, this has a 7 on it. Let's see, this is if there was a 1 here. Let me just think this out a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 1, 2. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we can like guarantee that one even. Oh crap. Yeah, okay. That all seems kosher. Oh, thank you for the donation. Gob says, I don't need to eat this week. Here's my meal money. Oh, you just did that so you could make me feel guilty. You'd make a good Jew. Job. I guess is Job the correct pronunciation of that, not Gob? I'm not sure. But thank you for your generous donation of $5. I hope it is not really your meal money for the week. Hey Tomar, I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I only discovered last week that you were the English VA for Tank Top Black Hole in the English dub of One Punch Man. I was super stoked to find that out. Yeah, Hassan Pfeffer, that was that was one of the few times where it's like I was super into an anime and I got cast in it like as I was getting into it. I was so excited to be involved in One Punch Man Season 1. And even, you know, I got to be in Season 2, even if I'm not quite as hype about that. It was still pretty damn cool. Let's see, this is a 2, 1, 1. I'm pretty sure this is going to be part of the 2. Yeah, I think we can eliminate that for whatever that's worth. Let's see, your friend Benji says, hey, genuine question. I don't mean to be annoying, but what's your favorite series you've been or one you had the most fun with on Oni Plays? I usually do cite I really liked some of our original AI dungeon runs. Just felt so like fun and creative, and like we had like genuine like unexpected belly laughs going into it. I know there were probably some other really great ones that just don't come to mind. Even like doing the worms ones were a lot of fun. I feel like you can always tell. I feel like people's favorites are often the ones that we enjoy the most. That just comes off that, like, you know, if we're having fun, I feel like people watching it can have more fun. But yeah, that's what comes to mind is like, what's it called? AI Dungeon and Worms. Alright, 2, 1, 2, 1. So, the 1 and the 2 wouldn't fit. The 1 and the... I feel like this has to be a 2. No, actually, this could be a 1. No, if this was a 1, you couldn't fit 2 more. Yeah. I feel like that has to be a 2. which means this has to be a 1. Which means we can now eliminate these, which means we know where the 7 goes. And we can eliminate those too. Let's see. And thank you for subscribing, Krusty Crank. Let's see, honestly, some of the best videos are the ones where you guys are just genuinely loving it. Unexpected shit is the best. Yeah, like, I wish there was more stuff like AI Dungeon where it's like, really anything can happen. Emergent gameplay is such a treasure trove of fun, even if it's just a bunch of text being written out by a robot. Sir Snailington, thank you for resubbing. Hopefully, Sir Snailington says, hopefully one day Tomar will reveal the location to his gems. You say hopefully, but no, it will never happen. I'm so sorry. It will never, ever, ever happen. That's like giving away the source of my very life essence. Did you know... Let's see, Iceballs Twitch. Did you know you probably can't do AI engine like that again because the devs put in a filter that doesn't allow children in stories and violence is against the rules and thus bannable? Oh gosh. I mean, I wonder if we could just take their data model and run it locally on like a TensorFlow system or something. Then we wouldn't need to play by their rules. Because I think their software is open source and their data model. I could be wrong. I remember looking into the possibility of hosting it and running it ourselves off some GPUs. Because there was a point where their servers were just crashed out, and we're like, we need to find a way to play more of this. I'm not talking about being the ultimate hacker. I'm just... Oh, okay, so now this is eliminated, so we know this is part of our 6. Our 1 is still somewhere up here. And then, oh crap, I can't do anything about this as a 2. It's 3... 2. Sorry, just thinking this one through. 3, 1, 2, 1. Yeah, we still haven't really eliminated anything here. Oh, okay, this 3 here. We can eliminate all of these. That might help a little bit. The 3, 1 would have to fit on this side. Like this, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. So we can X that out. Let's see. Would you ever consider... I legit go back sometimes just to put on the Metal Gear Rising Complete series in the background. Honestly, one of my favorite. I'm glad you like Metal Gear Rising. That was a fun one to do. Would you ever consider writing and posting fan fiction ever in the future, just for leisure and entertainment? Harold Krell, I have so many hobbies and so very little time left. I doubt I will ever get into fan fiction. While I definitely liked reading a lot of fan fiction when I was younger, I never had an aspiration to be a fanfic writer. If I was ever gonna write, I wanted it to be dedicated to like comedy stuff, comedy sketches and things like that. Because even writing is such a massive field, and it's like there's a part of me that maybe would try to write like a novel or something too. See, that we can eliminate because this has got to be part of a 2, and then these we can eliminate. You know, this is part of a 4, and now we've got this little space, so we know we can fill those in. And then we have this 4 figured out. 4, 1, 1, 1. Sorry. And then, let's see, Tomar, if you want, I can just be the AI dungeon thing, and you can just tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you how it relates to warts. Thanks for the offer, Ozim. I'll get back to you on that. Let's see. You can only have Black Pill Jimmy Neutron as an adult now. Yeah, which series was that from? That made me laugh hysterically too. You're a sub 8 new mail, Jimmy. Let's go join Antifa, Jimmy. Oh, no, there's no way that was AI Dungeon. That was something we did earlier than that. Oh, that was Donkey Kong Country 2. Let's see. The baby explodes into a shower of warts. Everyone is disgusted. Are you guys doing a wart-related role play out there? Text-based role play, erotic role play. Also, I felt like the Hitman games made good Oni Play series. Yeah, no. We especially I love doing them with Zach. I would be totally down to do one of those again. That's definitely a 1. I feel like one of our 2s is going to have to go in here. Yeah, it has to. And then that eliminates these. This has to be a 1. I think, yeah. This has to be a 1, and this has to be a 1. Let's see. Alright, Carnera. I hope you have a good night. Take care and have a nice sleep. Oh, it's Tyler. I always love the series where Chris says, "This rocks," every couple minutes. Because yeah, that's how you can tell he actually likes the game. He won't shut up about it. He gets legitimately excited because I know there's a part of him that is like dreads every new game, expecting to hate it. We'll reveal the locations to his... Okay. Thank you for the 200 bits, the Gamer K9. Emeralds for the Tomy, loving the stream. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Let's see. Ever read Creepypasta? I did once, actually. If you look on Jacksamoto, I think it might have been one of the last things I tried doing on there. Either that or my fake indie podcast thing. I just miss doing like old radio play stuff. But yeah, I read one of my favorite creepypastas. I basically found one on a wiki, and then I just sort of like spent an hour like rewording it to try to make it even spookier, just to like set a good tone. Could I read a creepypasta at the end of the stream? You know what? Sure. Toby, since you asked, could you link me a creepypasta? Try to make it a shorter one, but could you link me in the chat? Oh wait, you can't link me. Crap. I think I have links turned off on the chat. I guess whisper it to me. I only have one monitor available since I'm using the other one for the Switch full screen. But let me just bring this on round so I can get on Twitch and see whispers. Alright. Yeah, Toby, go ahead and whisper me a Toby, crap. When I loaded it up, I started playing my own thing back in. But yeah, whisper me a creepypasta to read, and at my own discretion I will read it. So yeah, don't put something on that's gonna make me refuse it, because that'll be on you. That'll be on you, Toby. Okay, here we go. 8. So 1, 2. We got 7 here already, so that eliminates this. We got a 2 and a 1. What have we got here? This is just a 4, so really we can eliminate a lot of stuff. That finishes our 8. Let's see, 3. guess this 2 could still go either way, huh? But I'm almost certain this would have to be the 1. Meaning this would be the 3. Yeah, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh look, this 3 is already complete. Let's see. Oh, and thank you for the $3 pig physics, biatch, says your friend Benji. Well, I don't know about them pig physics. Here, babe, you dropped this creepypasta and you were going to tell me. Remember? You were going to tell me the creepypasta. Says some like it's not. Hey, babe, whisper me a creepypasta to read. Oh, I see. Ozma, you started the babe. The babe whisper me a creepypasta. There have been times where Jaxie volunteered to read me like ASMR before bed, like, or not even read me, just ramble. I love the rambling of just like a woman's voice. That just puts me at ease. Oh no, wait. 3. Oh, it's 2-1. So that's gotta be it. Oh no. I fucked up somewhere. This is bad. I think I can shift this whole column down 1. I think that might have been what I did wrong. No, that can't be it. Oh yeah, no, that is it. Oh, is it? Oh my god. You guys, I screwed up somewhere. Alright. Let's see, we did this. Put the 1 here. Alright, I think I'm back on track now. Let's see, we got a 3 here. Oh no. What have we done? Alright. I'm gonna use my check mistakes magic. Okay. There aren't as many as I thought. That was it. And of course, it's headphones. Of course it's headphones. You can see those little headphones there now, right? Alright. I hate my wife too, Tomar. Why would you say two? I don't hate my wife. Tomar, how much Tomar emeralds are there total? It's for the drawing. Some say 7, some say 8. It's hard to really know. Rather, I don't want anyone to know definitively. If you found 7, you could never be truly certain you found all of them. That's just sort of my little gift to the emerald hunters. It's vaguely 7 or 8. If you have 8, you definitely have them all. But if you have 7, do you have them all or don't you? Yeah, the true Tomar emerald is a superposition between 7 and 8. That makes sense. There's some quantum physics involved here, right? Tomar, you literally have to acknowledge that the Hulk Funko Pop is bigger than the rest, right? Well, Dylan, I believe I already have gone on the record acknowledging and admitting and stating briefly, for the pleasure of my own friends, that the Hulk Funko Pop is indeed bigger than the rest. Let's see. I'm going to check my whispers, and I really hope... Oh, no. How deep are you digging out there? How deep are you digging? No, I didn't want to listen to my own stream. I refreshed the page to see if maybe my whispers just weren't working right. But... Toby, you gotta find a short one. I don't care if it's bad. You just gotta find a short one. We'll find a way to work with it, whatever it is. I am getting impatient. It's like 10:30. I don't want to stream all night. I want to have a little relaxation time with my lovely wife, Jaxie. But I'm totally down to spend up to, let's say, 10 minutes reading a creepypasta. Less would be great, but I'm willing to spend up to 10 minutes on a creepypasta. At this point, I'm opening it. Sorry to do this to you. And by all means, keep looking, Toby. But if anybody has one on hand, I'm not telling you all to go look. But if anyone can think of a good short one that they have on hand, just shoot it over to me. Or even just tell me the name of it here in chat and I'll look it up. No, I'd rather just get a link. Let's see, people are saying a skeleton popped out, bloatfly girl. Hey, baby darling, you dropped that. No, I'm not reading. Hand hook car door. That sounds like a really... Like the guy with the hook for a hand. That's like one of the oldest bits. Okay, someone whispered me something. Oh, and it's Toby. You did it. 8 short creepypasta stories that will give you chills. Alright. So, let's try doing a wheel. Because there's 8 here. And I'm going to pick one. Can we do one of those little wheels? What'll happen if we make a little... If I go on here... And I make a... spin wheel. And then the categories... There's so many. It's just going to be 1, 2. I want to do this for the pageantry. 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're making this half-assed wheel. We can't read anything on it though. Let's make it as big as possible. Yeah, geez, what does it take to... Can we change the font on this thing? I really just always wanted to use one of these wheels, and you guys gave me an excuse. This is how I'm going to pick the creepypasta. Let's see. There's gotta be a font size. Oh, font settings. Here we go. What? None of my categories stuck. What the heck? Now they're starting to upset me. Alright, this is my last try at it, or I'm just going to pick a random number. We got to do it right, guys. We got to spin a big colorful wheel. And then I go to font settings. We set the font size as large as... Okay, it won't let us set it any higher than 80. And then we'll do the font weight. Ooh, label height does a lot for us. Here we go. Alright. Alright, this should be good enough. It's not perfect. And now how do we spin this stupid thing? I don't actually know how to spin the wheel. Let's see. So now... yeah, there's nothing about how to control it. Manage spin wheel. Is it something you're just supposed to... is there a slash spin wheel? I spent all this time making a wheel, and I don't know how to spin the dang wheel. Let's see. Just spin my monitor. Of course, of course. Maybe if I set it invisible and then visible again? No. Interact. No. Why would they give you all this stuff if you couldn't spin it? I'm really peeved. And it really does keep like resetting the sizes on everything. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just do all of them. I'm just gonna start from the top. This was stupid. This was a waste of time. Alright. Darkness in the rearview mirror. In the summer of 2013. You know what? This music is inappropriate. Let's
Monster gift.
well, that sets the mood. Oh wow, thank you, Martin, for the 5 gift subs. Thank you, Lil Karibo. That was a baller move. Much appreciated. Alright, I'm getting rid of this stupid spin wheel. It's not working. And we're done with this capture. Alright. Should we try to find some like appropriate like spooky music? Let's see. Low-key creepypasta music. Thank you very much again for the monster gift, Martin. Did Little Karibo say anything in chat? Did I miss him? Or did he just come in just to drop love on me? Oh, there we go. We got a little 146 piece. Thank you so much. Thank you much. It's all good, sir. All right. I see you there. We need some creepypasta music, creepypasta background music to vibe to. None of this is creepypasta music. How is any of this creepypasta music? I hate that. Here we go. That's a bit much. Here we go. This'll do. Just something to set a tone. Alright, here we go, guys. The big moment. In the summer of 2013.
Holy f***ing sh**! It's a gifting spree!
Is this gonna be The haunted 10 gift subs. Thank you so much, Tyler. This is how we set a mood. Is this going to be the running joke every time I start reading? Is someone going to trigger a giant gift thing? I mean, thank you guys so much. I'll do this all day if I keep getting giant gifts. But yeah, let's. Thanks. Let's try again. All right. In the summer of 2013, I found myself driving home along on Highway 902 from a party.
Monster gift.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you so much. I found myself driving home alone on Highway 902 from a party. It was almost midnight, and needless to say, it was pitch black. Thank you for subscribing, Rebel Rob. Alright, I'm going to stop reacting to... I'm going to try to stop reacting. Alright, here, we're going to do this. As was usual at night, I was on edge. I had the radio off and could hear nothing but the muffled roar of tires on pavement and the dull hum of the engine. I stole a glance into the middle rearview mirror and saw nothing but darkness through the back window. I know that I looked backward and saw nothing. I'm sure of it. Just the seemingly endless blackness of the night. I remember it so clearly because not 10 seconds later, a car passed me on the left, headlights on. I had one of those sudden adrenaline rushes, like when you think you see a person outside your bedroom window and it's just a tree, or when you start awake at night with the feeling of falling. Thank you for the 200 bits. The Gamer K9. Or when you think you see a person outside your bedroom window, it's just a tree, or when you start awake at night with the feeling of falling. 10 seconds earlier, nothing had been behind me. Suddenly, a car. I drove the rest of the way home, shivering and knowing something was off. The next morning, I found 2 sets of scratches near the back of my van. One was on the left rear, one was on the right. The car was pretty old. They could have been there for months, but that was the first time that I distinctly remembered seeing them. In hindsight, there are 2 possibilities for what happened that night. Thank you for the gift sub. There are 2 possibilities for what happened that night. Possibility one, by some glitch in reality or something paranormal, this other car had somehow appeared behind me within 10 seconds of me checking my mirror, like some weird ghost crap or something. However, the second option is what makes my blood run cold whenever I consider it. It didn't occur to me until 2 months after the fact, but it makes me dread driving alone at night even more. Possibility 2. The car was normal. It had approached me from the rear and passed me on my left. However, something large and wide and as black as the night had been clinging to the rear of my car, obscuring my view through the window and leaving deep scratches on the sides. And I had inadvertently driven it home with me. I don't know, did that one land? I didn't get scared. Usually when I read a good creepypasta, I start to feel the chills. It's not a bad one. But let's try to do another one. Let's do number 2, instant messaging. I'm going to turn the music down just a tad bit more. It all started on the 14th night of March, the night of my parents' 20th wedding anniversary. It was a wonderful, sunny day of memory.
Monster gift.
Thank you, Martin. It was a wonderful, sunny day, if memory serves. Surprisingly warm for before the beginning of spring. The beautiful weather was perfect for the atmosphere of the day. Being married for 20 years is obviously a momentous occasion, so my parents had booked a table at our favorite Italian restaurant. Of course, this was a formal occasion, so I had my best suit on. It was 5:33, and I was just straightening my tie when my phone went off. I'd received a message. That's strange, I thought. That never happens. I checked the message. It was from my mom. It was quite a jumble of numbers and letters, but through the vocabulary stew, I could make out the legible phrase, "Please help me." It should go without saying that this worried me greatly, so I immediately replied, "Are you okay?" Just as instantly, I got another text, which read, "Oops, pocket text." I sighed with all the relief I had and continued to prepare myself. A few minutes later, I received yet another message, this time from my dad. I checked the text, and once again it was a massive mixture of letters and numbers with the phrase, "Please help me," concealed within. Creepy though this was, my dad was always a joker, so I presumed he was just joking around, until I was sent another text saying, "Oops, pocket text." Now this sparked panic. Pure, unmistakable panic. Exactly half a minute passed when I received the exact same message from my sister. This could not be coincidental. Just couldn't. In a state of sheer anxiety, I started to run to the restaurant. I made it about a quarter of the way before I was stopped by a police officer. "Main road's closed," he said. Huge car crash. This was the exact moment I realized just what had happened. I demanded to see the wreckage, a request I'm surprised was allowed. When I got there, it wasn't the remnants of the car that caught my eye, not the flames billowing from the destroyed vehicle. No. I was horrified to see the lifeless corpse of my mother, father, and sister. I asked for the estimated times of their deaths. All three of them were killed instantly by the collision at 5:32. Fuck that. It's like I was supposed to remember that the call came at 5:33. I had to scroll up the page to see that. But also just I don't know. That was predictable. "Road's closed. Surprisingly, they let me go check on the bodies." All right. Let's do another one. There's some Tomart. We've got to look at the Tomart. Here, let's take a break to look at Tomart, and then I will read at least one more. All right. Hashtag, go to twitter.com. We'll do a search for the hashtag Tomart latest. Oh yeah, look at that. We've got 3 new ones, and then something that isn't fan art. Alright, Twitch, Tomart, 715 folder. I swear I keep hearing familiar songs in these. That just now sounded like a Sonic the Hedgehog riff. The dun 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 dun. And I swear I was hearing bits of the Rugrats theme song in that last one we were listening to. And I wonder if that's a coincidence. No, that's totally... I swear that's Emerald Hill Zone. Yeah, okay. I'm not crazy. All right. Okay, and I wasn't the only one who heard Rugrats earlier. Yeah. I think that people who do creepy... Oh, this really is the Sonic.exe. And the other one was Rugrats Theory. Okay. So these all make sense. We could do Ben... This is the Ben Drowned theme. All right. Let's do Tomart. we've got some Tomart to show off. Just 3 of them this time. Oh man, I gotta start doing this by directory. It takes so long to clear these slideshows. Add directory. All right. Here we have the classic No Fucking Way. This was submitted by Chilango Peludo. I guess that's I don't really know what's going on. Oh, it's the fried shrimp. It's a shrimp frying shrimp for the deep fried shrimp. This is a reference to earlier in the stream. Okay, when we uncovered the fried shrimp Picross. And then we've got then there's just me nervously am I wetting myself over this Picross? Come on now. Yeah, let's do some rain background music. I like that idea. Let's just do some gentle rain. There we go. There we go. That's the stuff. Oh, I could listen to this all day. We're just going to do rain. We don't need music at all. Okay, and then this final Tomart is... It's the genie from Aladdin coming out of my... my nethers. That is... These all reference today's stream. I really appreciate that, you guys. Oh, by the way, I forgot to credit the last 2, which were both Azuma, of course. I'm pretty sure this was from one of Azuma's hypotheticals. The genie one. Anyway, thank you for the Tomart. It is always appreciated. And now let's read another creepypasta. And just judging by these guys' tastes, like, I don't know that they're going to get any scarier, but we're going to try. I'm going to do my best to make these work. Alright. Roommate troubles. This actually happened to me a few years back at the University of the Arts in Philadelphia. My sophomore year, I roomed with a girl named Kara. She was a jazz vocalist, but her main interest was opera. We had a small room on the 6th floor of a dormitory called Juniper Hall. The walls were thin, and her last night's singing and voice practices would keep me up late. After a month or so of lost sleep, I convinced her to move her late night I assume they mean late night practices. This is last night practices. Her late night practices to the music studios in the Merriam Theater building a block away. Around 8 one evening, Kara announced that she would be practicing late for an upcoming recital and probably wouldn't be home until around midnight. Great, I thought. That means I can go to bed early. I was beat. I had a horrible day in acting studio and was ready to pass out as soon as I had dinner. She said goodnight and left, coffee and sheet music in hand. I made some grilled cheese and soup, gobbled it down, and immediately began to prepare for bed. By the time I got out of the shower, my eyelids were so heavy I could barely brush my teeth. I pulled on my PJs and crawled into the top bunk of our bunk bed. I was out as soon as my head hit the pillow. I should take a second to describe the layout of our apartment. When entering the apartment, the bedroom was through a door immediately to the left. Our bathroom was inside the bedroom, just past the bunk beds. UArts is nice in the sense that you don't have to share bathrooms. Anyway, I woke up to the sound of the apartment door closing. I opened my eyes and groggily checked my phone. Midnight on the dot. I rolled back over and closed my eyes. I heard Kara enter the room and stop in front of the bunk bed, checking to see if I'm actually asleep, I thought. She flopped down on the bed below me, which was strange, as she was a stickler for brushing her teeth and washing up before bed. Then again, exams were just around the corner, and we were all exhausted. The mattress below me creaked, and then was silent. I couldn't even hear her breathing. I started to drift off again. I was just on the edge of deep sleep when I was startled awake again by a noise. A key in the lock, the door opening, and Kara entering our apartment, humming an opera tune. The mattress below me creaked. Alright, like, that one was okay. At least I feel like it came out better. That was it. It's just, it's one of those things. My favorite one is still the one that I did on my channel. I wish I could find the text I wrote up for it. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can. I probably saved it on like my Dropbox or something. Because I assume most people haven't watched the one that I posted. Let's see, I have this Creepypasta thing. It just has my original reading on it. I don't want to just play you guys an audio file. I wanted to actually read it. Like, I know I saved this to like a notepad file somewhere at some point, but I can't find it. I'm just going to look up portraits and read the original version. Portraits, Creepypasta. Okay. I'm just going to read this one as it's written, even though I don't think it's particularly well phrased. There was a hunter in the woods who, after a long day hunting, was in the middle of an immense forest. It was getting dark, and having lost his bearings, he decided to head in one direction until he was clear of the increasingly oppressive foliage. After what seemed like hours, he came across a cabin in a small clearing. Realizing how dark it had grown, he decided to see if he could stay there for the night. He approached and found the door ajar. Nobody was inside. The hunter flopped down on the single bed, deciding to explain himself to the owner in the morning. As he looked around, he was surprised to see the walls adorned by many portraits, all painted in incredible detail. Without exception, they appeared to be staring down at him, their features twisted into looks of hatred. Staring back, he grew increasingly uncomfortable. Making a concerted effort to ignore the many hateful faces, he turned to face the wall, and exhausted, he fell into a restless sleep. Face down in an unfamiliar bed, he turned, blinking in unexpected sunlight. Looking up, he discovered that the cabin had no portraits, only windows. See, I love that one. I still think that's one of the coolest ones. I still feel like the edits I did made it more suspenseful, but that's one of my favorite spooky stories from when I was a kid. Ugh. See, yeah, I could keep reading ones from that other thing, but just don't have too high an expectation of them. I figure we've gone this far. Crap, I can't actually find that article. Oh, okay, I found it. All right, let's try another one. Kids in the Dark. Growing up poor in the deep south meant sharing a lot with my little brother, Ollie. Most often, we'd pass toys, clothes, and skin conditions between us. Up until he was 6, we even shared a bed. Neither of us was happy about that. It was my 10th birthday when that changed. I got one present that year, and it was a bed of my own. Ollie was jealous right away, and I could understand why. He had to keep that half-broken-down frame with the worn-out mattress. The one I'd gotten wasn't much better, but not being broken and worn was enough. Sleeping apart was a great feeling. It was freedom. No longer would I have to suffer the sudden and inexplicable kicks to the stomach. No longer would I wake up with Ollie's foot pressed into my neck like he'd stepped on Dracula the night before. At least, that's what I'd thought. Right away, right after I got my new bed, the shriek started. At first, I thought Ollie woke up in the middle of the night and screamed because he'd gotten scared. Then, the sound echoed through the tiny room again, and I knew it wasn't a normal cry. The room was always black as pitch after sunset. The one window we had was pressed against a long leaf pine, and even the biggest, brightest moon cast no light. The shriek just about drove me crazy. Every night, probably the exact same time, these sharp yelps would knock me right out of my dreams. It wasn't my mom or dad yelling either. I knew what that sounded like, believe me. Most worrying of all was the fact that I could never tell where it was coming from. It seemed completely random. One night, it'd come from somewhere near the closet. The next, it'd shoot out from a corner of the ceiling. Any hope I'd had of having my own space would get dashed every time as Ollie would silently slip into the bed with me, shaking like crazy. He'd clasp onto me and wouldn't let go until it was almost daybreak. Most times I'd take his hand and tell him everything was going to be okay, that it'd be over by morning, but I was never really sure. Over time, the shriek started changing. At first it was only by small degrees, but eventually it took on the primal hooting sound of a primate calling out its fierce warning. I had to clasp pillows to my ears just to keep from going deaf. Mom and Dad never believed me or Ollie, basically because the thing, whatever it was, refused to make a peep when they were in the room. Apparently they couldn't even hear it through the walls, even though it was damn sure loud enough. The shriek just got worse and worse until I felt like I couldn't take it anymore. Me and Ollie were doing really bad in school, and we just had no energy at all. I could sleep more deeply with my head propped up and eyes open in the middle of class than in my own room at night. Then, thankfully, we moved out of the house nearly a year later. I had contemplated all sorts of things, even a child's clumsy concept of suicide, to get away from the horrific nightly noise. There was no problem at the next house. It was a nice white cookie-cutter home on a dead-end street, and I welcomed the normalcy. What's more, when we moved in, there was a bunk bed waiting for me and Ollie. No more broken bed, no more second bed I ended up having to share anyway. The only problem was deciding who'd get the top bunk. I told Ollie I deserved it. After all, I had gotten a new bed way back, and he ruined it by climbing in every night. What? He shook his head. I never did that. I'd always wondered why the noise stopped the second I was sharing my bed. Now I had the answer. All right. I'm not sure I totally scream until, I don't know. It's like the thing that climbed into your bed was just a shrieking thing. Yeah, exactly. The screams aren't explained. It's just like, oh, it's creepy. Something got into my bed and it wasn't my brother. It's like these are all kind of the same deal. It's like, wait, it wasn't that. Like, I get even the portraits one does that, but it's like there's something elegant about the portraits and the mirror and like the windows. Like these, I feel like leave too much, like too many question marks. I don't know. I ate a sandwich, but it was ham that was in the sandwich. I got you, Blue Mage. Let's see. Should we do more or should we call it? It is 11. We've done 3 full hours now. All right. Uncle Christian says more, so we're going to do one more. It's going to be, let's do the last one on the page. Obviously, they're going to save the best for last. Also, this is really short. We're doing one more. One more. My grandmother grew up in the slums of Prohibition-era Chicago. Her family lived in a small house near the harbor, and one of her earliest memories was of a particularly hot summer when, seeking respite from the heat, she and her sister discovered a seldom-used section of boardwalk near an abandoned warehouse. Every night for several weeks, the girls would make their way down to the docks and sit together on the edge of the pier as the sun went down. Her grandmother vividly, and for a time fondly, recalled the feel of the seaweed between her toes, and she and her sister dangled their feet into the murky water. It wasn't until years later that she returned to the pier and found that the warehouse had been demolished. Curious, she made an inquiry with the Department of Planning and Development. Apparently, the warehouse had been owned for a time by the mob, who was using it as a base of operation for a local prostitution racket. It had only been uncovered when an associate began disposing of rival hookers by fitting them with concrete shoes and dumping them in the harbor. Investigating officers had recovered nearly 24 bodies from the waters of the secluded pier nearby. How had the bodies been discovered? A passing fisherman spotted some of the victims' hair floating near the surface of the water, like seaweed. Oh, come on. Oh, the seaweed was hair. Shut up. That's lame. These are all lame. Yeah, we're going to have to do some deep dives for good creepypasta. That's everybody's homework now who's still left in this stream. Find some good creepypastas. I don't even mind if they're longer ones, as long as they're good. All right. With that, it's been a fun stream, everyone. Thank you again, Martin, for all your generous gift subs there at the end, and thank you, Tyler, for your many gift subs as well. And I know Lenny's given us a bunch this week. I still see him on the top chat, so if Lenny's still around, I just want to thank you for being a baller. And this was a fun, chill stream like it was always intended to be. We played Picross, we talked, and we even had some creepypastas at the end. All right. You guys are great. I love how little moderation we have to do in here. I hope it stays that way forever. Famous last words. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.